In life, you will go through trials. And some may be bad, while some may be good. But the outcome of those trials depends on how you deal with what's at hand. A wise person once said, life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. And I truly believe that once I started changing all my negative energy into dances, my life got better. Just wait and see what trials life throws at you and how you can benefit from them.
My dad died of leukemia when I was 4. That is what I tell people when they ask me what happened to him. He died. Every night after my tap class, I remember going to the hospital and showing my dad the new dance combination I learned that day. He was my biggest fan. And I remember the smell of the hospital room and the sound of the heart monitor and the constant drip, drip, drip coming from the IV. And lying in the bed was my dad. I remember this one day specifically because it was the day he wasn't awake. He wasn't talking or blinking. He was just lying there. And I remember my family watching his chest, making sure it was moving, making sure he was alive. A hospital is a place where life is brought into this world and where life can be taken away just as easily as it is given. And to a little girl like me, I didn't understand the reality of a hospital. But that day, I realized what it was. It was no longer just a place where my family gathered. It became more than that. It became a dark and depressing abyss. My family was sinking into a dark hole. I had to do something to help them, to cheer them up somehow, so I danced. My family had usually smiled whenever I danced, but not even a smirk. I mean, can I get a break here? I'm a cute little girl wearing a tutu. How can't you smile at that? In that moment, I knew something was wrong. Soon it was time to go home. Ever since my dad was hospitalized, I slept with my mom in their huge bed. She used to rub my back for me to fall asleep, but this night was different. She simply gave me a big hug and told me she loved me. And that's when I knew things might never be the same. The next day we went to the hospital and my whole family was there. Family I didn't even know. And something strange happened. I was sitting on my dad's hospital bed reading a book. And I heard him gasp for air. My Aunt Laura yanked me out of the hospital room, threw her hands over my ears. But that did not even muffle what I had heard. My dad screamed. His last sound on this earth was a shrieking cry of pain. There was no goodbye, no I love you. He just screamed, and then he left. That day I lost my best friend, my hero, the man whom I resembled. He didn't get to watch me be baptized. He won't get to meet my first love. He won't be able to walk me down the aisle. He won't be able to meet my children. After that, I kept to myself. I didn't have friends. I went to school and church, of course dance, but that was all. Dance was my escape. I see dance as a form of communication between the body and the soul to express what is too deep for words. I watched my family grieve, and I realized
I had a lot of growing up to do in a short amount of time. My family didn't know how I was feeling, so they sent me to a therapist. And my therapist suggested I dance what I was feeling, so I did. Dance was my outlet, the thing that I did when I wanted to let my emotions out. It was my muse. Dance was the form of communication I have, the way to let my emotions out. Now I'm 17, and my dad has been gone for 13 years. And I miss him more and more every day. But I've learned to look for the light in every negative thing that is thrown my way. So now, when I don't know what to say, or I can't silence my emotions, I dance. In my short amount of time of me being here on this earth, there are 3 things that I have learned. And that is to always smile,
to dance through life,
and to never silence my emotions.
You wake up in the morning and you lift your shirt to dissatisfaction. Too big, you say. Too wide, you think. If only I could take a knife and slice off the top. Then it would be flat and I won't be so big. That's what they want, so that's what I want. You're invited to the pool party and you convince them. No, you convince yourself. Swimming isn't that fun. Oh, I forgot my swimsuit. Oh, I forgot that this was a pool party, even though you said in the message, because I want to forget what I look like. I want you to forget what I look like. Erase my unfit body from your memory, my cellulite, my not so tan legs. Erase me until I'm the better me, someday. Someday I'll stop eating, stop nourishing my body and giving it what it needs. I'll count every little calorie like it's a second on a ticking time bomb. Don't eat that, we'll have dinner soon. Don't eat that, you just had lunch 3 hours ago. But wait, you want a big chest and a big behind. Don't be big. Don't have big muscles, a big stomach, broad shoulders. Be small, you can't be too big. I haven't been eating, and as I work out, my body feels too fragile. So I eat, until I forget all the wrong things, and I forget what hunger feels like. I forget, but I'll never forget. Place your arm on your waist, turn to the side, lift your chin. When you take pictures, you'll look less big. Your face is round. Untuck your hair from behind your ears. Black makes you look slim. Cross your arms over your stomach. Suck it in. Tuck it in. Don't wear tight clothes. And maybe they'll forget that you're big. The people call you names like big or fat or whale. And they laugh because it's only a joke. Can't you take a joke? Don't take things so seriously. Boys will be boys. You know how they are. The girls who aren't big are loved. The big girls don't deserve love anyhow. They're too big. Just be healthy. Lose 10 pounds and I'll give you $100. You're big. If you get smaller, you'll get a cash prize. Have you weighed yourself today? How will you know if you're losing weight if you haven't? Everyone's proud that you're on a diet and you're only 16. To be an athlete, you can't be big. Don't you want to be healthy? You don't think your weight is a problem? Do you want to end up 300 pounds? Get rid of those love handles. Do you want to end up like so-and-so? Do you want them to make a TV show just for you so they can talk about how big you are across the nation? You'd be even bigger then and not in pounds. So download that app, count your calories, cut that out, take that off, do your conditioning, get in shape, and maybe someday you won't be so big. You see, I've known the word big ever since I was little, when my sisters used to ask me if I could see my toes, but that was out of love for my little pot belly that I had as a child. The first time I ever learned the word fat was in 6th grade, when the guy next to me told me to stop breathing so loud, and said that if you breathe loud, that means you're fat. But breathing loud doesn't mean you're fat. It means you're alive. 90% of teenagers are unhappy with their bodies, and that's not okay. I will never silence my hunger to be a better me, but we have to stop focusing on the little things and start focusing on the big things.
invisibility. That's my superpower. Because no one ever sees me and no one ever cares about me. Brush shoulders and not even a glance back. My superpower. It was something I gained once I realized just how much I needed to be invisible and just how much I deserved to be invisible to myself. I was useless, worthless, ugly, and nothing but one of the 7 billion people on this planet just living. And I knew that if I disappeared, the chance of someone noticing that I was gone was slight, since of course I was invisible. And even when I was noticed, I realized nobody wanted to notice me or even acknowledge my presence. Nobody liked me, not even myself. I would come home wishing I could change who I was, looking in the mirror and instantly hating myself. I wasn't even pretty. I was just this unwanted girl with a terrible face with zero potential and a crumbling future. And it seemed that the more I thought about it, the more real it became to me. I didn't know what to do anymore. I just wanted to be gone. But then, I found a hope. Music. Every time I sat down at that piano and just played, I escaped. It allowed me to forget how I hated myself and how everyone hated me. I no longer had to think or feel. All I did feel were the keys I gently pressed against my fingers. All I heard was the gorgeous music I made. All I had to do at that moment was play. Because at that moment, nothing else mattered. At that moment, all that mattered was the sound and music I produced. And it was beautiful. A beauty that almost felt like my own. That beauty I had been so dying to find within myself. So it was a hope, but it was a hope within itself. But my escape was not permanent. Because once I stepped back into reality, those feelings I'd locked away would burst open and I would be overwhelmed. I was back at a loss. But then I realized something. The next time I sat down at that piano, I did something different. I wrote. This time, I made my own music. I made my own words. Those silenced feelings I'd locked away, I was able to release them through my songs. Music then became not just an escape, but a relief. So song after song after song I wrote. I sang, and I played out my emotions, my thoughts, and my opinions. And my hope was more than just a hope. It was an enlightenment. I learned through myself and my writing that my superpower wasn't invisibility. I was only invisible to myself because I was invisible to other people. And with every note and every song I played and every word I sang, I slowly began to accept and love myself. I am worth something. I do have potential. I am beautiful. And I didn't need the beauty of the piano's music to fill me. I had it inside me all along. I just was too blinded by it to see it. So invisibility wasn't my superpower. My real superpower was in releasing my voice.
I will no longer silence my voice.
I'm pretty sure the page is broken. The pieces are all chipped and mixed. It's like I'm lost in an ocean, searching for an island that don't exist. The map I have is written useless. Even the stars don't help me. Even the compasses are rusty. Just alone in a thick wilderness. Even if I scream so loudly, there's no one to come and save me. I'm not the same as I once was. I thought I was okay, but now I'm completely lost. I know the apology isn't good enough, but running away won't fix the problem. I just want to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry, so sorry. I just want to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry, so sorry. I'm losing myself, I'm losing you. Please understand, what more can I do? Time is fading, but so am I. So hear my voice, hear my cry. I just want to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry, so sorry. I just want to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry, so sorry. I'm sorry.
Thank you.